What is up, everybody? Tomoverse TV here today. We're gonna be doing a reaction to a video from a guy who was really angry about the Bethesda deal when Microsoft bought Bethesda. I actually seen this guy featured on Griffin the Gamer's channel. That's why I got the inspiration to do this video because this guy was just insane. It's like it's one thing seeing like these fanboys in comments and like tweets or like posts on message boards, but it's a different thing since people actually get crazy like this in I guess in video format because this guy is losing his mess. He's like screaming at the camera. He's acting all crazy about this Bethesda deal. Like who cares? Like at the end of the day, who really cares? But this guy is really upset and really triggered about this, so we're gonna react to it because this is gonna be definitely interesting right here. So let's get into it.
Okay, I had all day to make this video and I knew I was gonna make it, but I had some shit to do, so I couldn't make the video earlier. So I'm making it now.
Okay.
Sue me. I don't know why exactly I'm upset about this. I really don't care at all
Why are you?
about the fact that Microsoft has purchased Bethesda. I really don't care. But it needs to be said anyway. You know that people are out there who have these kind of negative opinions on it. So it just needs to be said. How do you justify purchasing a developer to be exclusive to your console?
Where is he at? People, where is this at? Like it's all dark. People are walking. This is I don't know. This looks pretty sketchy right here.
And you're paying them $7 billion, right? Not million, $7 billion to have Bethesda games only on your console. This tells me that Xbox and Microsoft are desperate because they can't do shit right with their console. Their company is failing compared.
What? Did you say Microsoft is failing? Isn't Microsoft one of the richest companies on earth? It's like, what? Oh my god. Let's rewind that. Let's talk about that. He said Microsoft is failing. They aren't doing anything right. That's completely ridiculous. But let's rewind it.
Desperate because they can't do shit right with their console.
They aren't doing anything right with their console. Some people are saying right now that the Series X is better than the PS5. I'm in that camp as well. I think the Series X features wise and console wise is better than the PS5. Sure, we might have some offshoots where some of the games run better on PS5 for right now because I think the PS5 the developers have the dev kit for the PS5 a lot earlier than the Xbox Series X kit. That's why you're seeing this major difference in some of these games' performances. But after a while, that is going to be fixed and nipped in the bud. But yeah, a lot of people are like Microsoft is better this generation, especially with that quick resume feature. That's a game changer. Someone definitely needs a copy of that feature. You have Game Pass, which is definitely a game changer. But this is nothing but a power move for Microsoft. They're buying this big studio like Bethesda. Why are you so angry about this? It's like for years, this entire generation, these Sony guys have been rubbing in the Xbox guys' faces that hey, you don't have any great exclusive games like that. Sure, you only got like Halo, Gears, and Forza, but nothing really else. Now that Microsoft buys this major power move by buying Bethesda, you're seeing Sony guys just freak out consistently, just having crazy freakouts like this guy is right here. So this is pretty fun. And you can see by the like and dislike ratio this wasn't too favorite. This wasn't a favorable opinion with the like to dislike ratio. So let's continue on.
So their company is failing compared to Sony.
Failing? Like, why does he think Microsoft was failing right now? Or let's just say he's talking about the Xbox division. Why does he think Xbox is failing right now? Their model is different from Sony's. They changed their model. Each one of these companies have a different way of doing business right now. Nintendo is more of an handheld console market combined together. They joined those forces together to make one powerhouse with the Nintendo Switch. Sony is more the traditional way consoles have been done throughout the years, while Microsoft is taking a whole new different approach with subscriptions and people just getting people on the subscription services. So they're all doing different approaches. I don't see how either one of these consoles are failing right now. They're all making the end goal is to make money for these companies. So this guy is losing me with this plan right here. So let's continue on.
Can't get anything done right. Okay? The original rumor was that Microsoft was trying to secure WB games, which possibly could have meant that if that went through, Mortal Kombat would have been exclusive to Xbox, the Middle-earth games would have been exclusive to Xbox. But the fact that they got Bethesda is hilarious to me, because who the fuck is buying an Xbox to play Bethesda games, honestly? Unless you love first person.
Did he just say who was buying an Xbox to play Bethesda games? Sir, was that what? Wasn't just most people online saying Microsoft was having a monopoly now? It went from the saying that Microsoft has no games and now they have a monopoly now. People were just crying online about Microsoft buying Bethesda consistently for like a whole week. Even to this very day, people still crying about the Bethesda deal. So yeah, I think people are gonna buy an Xbox for them Bethesda games for that Fallout 5, Elder Scrolls, whatever the next Elder Scrolls game is gonna be. People are gonna buy an Xbox for those games. So I don't know what this dude is talking about here. That fanboyism is going strong with this guy because people are gonna buy an Xbox or they're gonna build a PC. They're either gonna do one, get an Xbox or a PC at this point if you want to play those games. You think if Bethesda isn't a big studio is just bonkers to me. You might not like those games, but those games are very popular, sir. So let's continue.
RPG games, no one is buying your console. Nobody, okay?
So angry.
You
Jeez.
don't have any reason to buy an Xbox right now or ever at that point. You have no exclusives. So why bother?
So can we say the same thing about PlayStation now? Because a lot of their exclusives are going to different platforms too, like on PC. One point, we don't even know. Like most people think a lot of these PlayStation exclusives are going to PC, like Horizon Zero Dawn, MLB The Show. We don't know if God of War might be next at one point. Spider-Man might be next. Who knows at this point? Uncharted games might be on PC as well too. Who knows? You're not really sure with Sony. People are like they are in limbo if they know if these exclusives are going to go to PC or not. And then if they do go to PC, why do people care? It's like at the end of the day, why do you care? It's like somebody else gets to enjoy those games. It's like oh well. It's like who cares? At the end of the day, it's like you gotta have that as like a badge of honor or a badge of rights in this kind of fanboy orbit. It's completely stupid. It's like it's all stupid. Who cares?
They're paying Bethesda, a company which doesn't have a huge success rate. It has a good success rate, but not a huge one. You're gonna pay.
Is he really talking about Bethesda? It has a. What are you talking about? You know how many studios have gone and closed since Bethesda's creation? Like, knock it off. There are so many studios that close instantly. They make a flop game or several flop games, and you don't even hear about them anymore because they're shut down or been fused with other studios. But Bethesda has still been around since however long Bethesda has been around. They're still around, so knock it off.
Pay them $7 billion, and they may not be able to deliver on what they can promise. Look at Fallout 70 shit. Remember that game? Failed, okay? You remember Todd Howard? How is he still around? How is Todd Howard still in charge of Bethesda? It makes no sense. And you look at Sony, when they...
I like how he can make the whole statement about Bethesda off that one game, sure. Just based off Fallout 76, which I heard is greatly improved now from when it first originally launched. It's like a 9-day difference from when it first launched now. That's what I heard. I haven't played the game recently, but yeah, you got so many good Bethesda games, but you only want to base it off that one game that was a flop, or even like that more recent Wolfenstein game where they tried something different. That game was a flop too, but if you're basing on those two games out of all the games, it's just stupid to go by.
Acquired Insomniac Games. They paid Insomniac Games, I believe it was like $300 million, okay? Which is a lot of money, but it's nothing compared to $7 billion. And they were smart to get Insomniac because they got the Ratchet & Clank games, they got Spider-Man. They got Spider-Man, okay? Who's gonna buy an Xbox to play another Elder Scrolls game, to play another Doom game, to play another bullshit Fallout game? Nobody. They're gonna want PlayStation.
I wish I had the receipts right now of people online complaining, saying, don't do this, don't make these games exclusive. All these Sony's guys were just crying their eyes out. Like, this is like, stop the cap. Like, y'all guys were crying all over social media about this deal. Like, knock it off.
God of War, Ratchet & Clank, Spider-Man, all the other Sony exclusives that they've been having for years, and you guys still have nothing. You guys have nothing. You guys are paying this company all this money so that you can try to get exclusives. And there was a rumor that said Because Microsoft purchased Bethesda, not every Bethesda game that releases will be exclusive to Microsoft. They said some
Just
games
random
will
people in the
come to other
background,
consoles.
man.
That is
What is this? Look at random people just walking in the background. I don't know why that's getting me so much, but just see random people just walking in the background.
complete bullshit. What company is gonna say, "Hey, we paid you $7 billion to have you work for us, but you can still make a couple of games for PlayStation and
Imagine if you walk in and you see this guy just freak out in his car like this. I'm pretty sure you probably looking at this window. So like, what is this guy so animate about? Like, what is he talking about? Then you figure out he's just talking about Microsoft buying Bethesda. I'll be like, that gotta be a funny sight to see.
Switch. It's okay. No, that's not gonna happen. It's not. If it does happen, then Microsoft is fucking stupid, okay? Because if you're paying a company like Bethesda $7 billion, you clearly are telling them every game you make is for us only.
Okay. I'm done with this at this point. Like, I don't know if he brings up some amazing point, but this is just ridiculous. Like, why does he care so much? Why is he so animate about this deal? Like, who cares at the end of the day? If you like Bethesda games, you now have a choice of buying an Xbox or buying a PC. If you don't like Bethesda games, stay on your PlayStation. Like, why is this a big deal? Why is he getting so animate about this? Like, this is so ridiculous. Like, who cares at the end of the day? Like this is sad. Like you see grown men just having freakouts on the internet about this stuff. Like who cares? If you want it that badly, buy an Xbox or a PC. If you don't, stay where you're at. It's like it is what it is. Y'all have made countless statements about how Xbox has no games. Now that Xbox has some exclusives, some big exclusives at that with the Bethesda Studios acquirement, now they're just freaking out left and right. So this is pretty comical. Um, yeah, it's just comical. Let's see the comment section. The salt is real in this one. It is definitely his salt levels is extremely high at this point. I love how he contradicts himself and he says no one cares about Bethesda games, and he says he's pissed that the games will be exclusive. LOL, you got to make up your mind. So he's mad about exclusives now. Like with that deal, people were definitely mad about exclusives on that day that Microsoft acquired Bethesda. That's when exclusive. That's when exclusives mattered now. Xbox makes billions in revenue. Some guy online give up. Phil Spencer watching this is like, interesting. Proceeds to buy another company. At this point, there's even more rumors about them acquiring more studios at this point. So y'all gonna be even more pissed. It's like I don't understand why at that. Like I said before, you got two options at this point. He have had to have his rent in a car, so his wife's boyfriend. I like how he said his wife, but he said his wife's boyfriend wouldn't hear him screaming over a plastic box. He's crying about it. It seems like Xbox is doing most things right compared to PlayStation right now. I say the same thing, and I'm unbiased. I got both of them. I think Xbox is doing a lot more good things right now than PlayStation, to be honest. And now this is just a cherry on top, seeing a dude just cry and complain in his car, which is pretty funny. The fact that you're upset means you care. Let's see. This dude does not have a clue of what's happening right now. Dude, Microsoft changed the game. Period. Facts. Stage 1 denial. What is that, like the 5 stages of grief or something like that he's referring to? But he's definitely in stage 1 denial. You have no games? Me looking at my collection of Xbox games. Oh no, I have no games. Links in the description. Are you trying to parody yourself? Yeah, like as I heard once, like Griffin did the video about this guy, he put parody in the description. Like, nah, bro, that was how you really felt. That wasn't a parody. Like, it was as soon as somebody like make a video about these guys, it's like they're just trolling at this point. Nah, you were dead serious about these statements. Like, you really cared about what company bought what studios. Like, who cares? You should be the new CEO of Microsoft. All that knowledge stunning. Yeah, at the end of the day, this comes about making money. I was like, yo, I'm trying to make money if I'm at one of these companies. I don't care what some random person screaming in a car says about exclusives. Who cares? They're about making money. That's the end. That's all they're about. Oh, the tears. Do you want more exclusives? Well, here they are. Yeah, they're just going in the comment section. 2 minutes in and your double talk is out of control. Gonna listen to the roast now. It's okay for Sony to buy studios like Insomniac, which is one that he mentioned in the video, but it's not okay for Microsoft to buy Bethesda because they paid more. That logic doesn't make any sense. I don't know. He's just having a temper tantrum with this video, but yeah. That is pretty funny. I'm gonna include it right there. That shows you, man. These guys have been losing it, and which is pretty funny to watch. Actually, in real time, see somebody actually going losing their mind on a video. It was pretty insane to see. So yeah, everyone see the comments down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.